Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're back at it again with another Amberlyn Reed reaction. After like 10 days, this woman decided to finally post for us. Little update on me. I have my theoretical exams on Friday. I took my neuroanatomy PA exam this Monday and I passed. Only 32% of my class passed, so there's going to be a retake for many of them. But your girl passed. She got it done the first time. Thank God. I did not want to have to do that again. Although I actually love neuroanatomy. Highly thinking about the neuro route. Okay, because that was so far it's been my favorite subject to learn. I love learning about the theory. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how neuroscience and neurology and those things go. We'll have to see how I vibe with it. But it's starting to be something that I'm gonna consider a little bit because I really enjoy it. It's really nice. Yeah. But anyways, enough about me. Amberlyn is back. It's been like 10 days since she posted. She's wearing her whatever the fuck you call this dress. It's the I'm a big bitch, I don't fit into my clothes dress, unfortunately. I do know, spoiler alert, I haven't watched the video fully, but I do know she lost a tooth from eating the chicken nugget. Yeah, the jokes do be right in itself. But let's just get into it. She kind of, I just remind myself, this is a 34-year-old woman. Okay, let's get into it. Oh wait, actually, let me put it up. Hope all of you have been good. Haven't seen y'all. I know a lot of people were like, why the hell is Amberlyn not posting? To be honest, I think she just goes through spouts of not posting. However, one, it's been kind of convenient for me because I've been insanely busy with finals. But two, we are getting to the point where it's like she's kind of the same as Eugenia Cooney, where it's like if they don't post for a second, you're like wondering, are they still here with us? Which is kind of unfortunate. I'm also worried about Twinkie. I've seen that a few channels have mentioned that, and I'd be feeling the same way about it. Twinkie has not been looking good. We have not been seeing her. She's also had like several health or vet visits, which for Amberlyn to be taking her pets to the vet is not a good sign, because Amberlyn is not a proactive pet owner or a proactive human being in general. So if emergency rooms are being seen, if vet rooms are being seen, it's usually because things have gotten bad enough that Amberlyn feels the need to seek help, which is never good. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Anyways, let's get into it.
Hi guys,
Hi.
I'm back.
Ew. Ow. Oh.
Hello, welcome to another vlog. So
Y'all, honestly, I'm not saying that you have to be annoyed by this. You have to be neurodivergent to be annoyed by that sound. That being said, Amberlyn definitely tries to like push the neurodivergency without saying she's neurodivergent. And I just know, based on her putting that like evil, heinous sound in her videos continuously, after first off her audience has told her, don't do that shit, it's annoying. This bitch is not neurodivergent. That's my 2 cents on it. That was painful. Okay.
currently just about to do my makeup.
Okay.
Obviously foundation first. Sometimes I use primer, sometimes I don't. You know what? I'm gonna use primer today.
My first thoughts are, the girl, every time I see her in a different angle, I'm like, she be gaining weight. She do be gaining weight. It looks uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Yeah. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. Like, obviously, like, I've mentioned this before. I've kind of stayed at the same amount now, but I've gained like probably around 10 pounds, 10, 15 pounds while being here, which is like, not because of Romania. It's just because I'm a med student and I'm sitting for hours at a time just studying. So I'm not moving like I normally do. But, even so, I'm like uncomfortable. And that's only like 10, 15 pounds. Amberlynn's got like 400 plus extra pounds on her. I just can't imagine that. I just really can't imagine that.
I'm also gonna try my new eyebrow pencil today.
Wow, so exciting.
I'm going to do some bronzer today, which I use.
Some of you commented on this about the bronzer because I was like, why would Amberlynn be using that? I do know that people of lighter skin tones or dark skin tones, all skin tones, use some sort, can not always use, but can use some sort of like bronzer thing, like around your temple and stuff to like, I don't know, look sun-kissed or like contour or something like that. Again, I'm not a makeup person, y'all. As you can see, I do not wear makeup. But she said she was using it as blush. That's where I got confused. But maybe that is a thing. Maybe that's the whole sun-kissed thing, is using it as blush, which is valid. But thanks for letting me know, you guys.
Really don't. I had an era years ago where I did, but
an era.
It's been a while. So I'm using Elf Skin Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. But you guys, I have freaking spectacular news. Guess what?
Twinkie's not dead.
I checked my little health portal thing. So, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna... Screenshotty. I'm gonna be so nitpicky, okay? And I know there's like 3 of you out there that hate when I'm nitpicky. I'm sorry, okay? But the rest of y'all love it, so stay with me. I don't know why, but watching Amberlynn do things in general is like infuriating. Like, it just looks like, again, she's like some alien cosplaying as a human being. But the way she moves her hand is like so unnatural to me. Like, it looks weird when she's applying her makeup. Like, it doesn't look normal. And I don't know what that is. And I know it's so insanely picky of me to even say that. But it's something I always think watching her do things, especially with her hands, is it doesn't look natural. Can someone explain that to me? Why does it, like, give me a little bit of the icky ick when I'm watching her do things with her hands? Also, I talk a lot with my hands, as we know. It's just, it's weird to me. I don't know why. Like, let's rewatch this for a second. Oh. Okay. Let's watch her put it.
It's been a while. So I'm using Elf Skin Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. But you guys, I have freaking spectacular news. Guess what? I checked my little...
It doesn't look natural.
So, okay, first of all, my doctor will message me about my results. But
well, obviously.
He hasn't gotten around to it yet. But
because clearly you're not a concern. Which, like, sounds kind of bad, but also it's just, that's the reality. Doctors, healthcare professionals in general have so many patients. They're so busy dealing with people who actually need their attention. Like, I don't know. It's just like, if your tests are normal, you're not going to be like the first call that they're going to do, you know? They're going to call people that need additional follow-ups.
Results. And guess what? My thyroid antibodies are normal. So
Yay.
That means I do not have Hashimoto's, but I still have hypothyroidism, but it's not due to having Hashimoto's. So, I don't know. I guess my thyroid just decided to, I don't know, not work.
No, Amber, so I am not surprised by this. I didn't think that she was going to have Hashimoto's, to be honest. Also, I mean, not that we can really tell, but she really don't be having the goiter going on, and that's pretty classic. That's a pretty classic symptom. It's not necessarily that you always have to have it, but it's a pretty classic symptom of Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism. That being said, no, Amber, it's not because one day your thyroid just decided, I don't want to work anymore. That's just usually, I mean, it does happen. Sometimes our bodies just be given the fuck up for no reason. Well, there's probably a reason, but maybe not a reason we know. But it's because you ate yourself to 500 pounds. That's why. One of the causes of a thyroid stopping, like, that stops working is obesity. It's literally because you have eaten yourself to the point where your thyroid no longer works. So now we're just going to play I don't know, so silly that my thyroid just randomly decided to not work. No, that's not what happened. You don't have an underlying cause. It's because you ate yourself. I guess the underlying cause would be that you're obese, that you're super morbidly obese, and that you've been super morbidly obese your entire life. That's the underlying cause, Amberlynn. It's not difficult. It takes really like a simple Google search. You don't have to be, a medical professional to like be able to like read some papers on this. It's not hard. In fact, I would encourage her or anyone who's going through a medical like diagnoses to read up on it, read some research papers on it. It's very informative. It helps you understand what's going on with your body, and like keep track of things for yourself. And just like, yeah, I just think you should understand what's going on with your body. Maybe that's a me thing. I don't know. But yeah, it's not because your thalamus was just like, not thalamus. I'm so in neuroanatomy. Your thyroid was just like, I'm just not gonna work anymore. Peace, babe. Like, no, it's because you ate yourself to a point where your thyroid isn't functioning correctly. Congratulations, Amberlynn. You did that.
So, I don't really know, like, the underlying cause. I don't really know what my doctor's gonna say, but I was genuinely...
I hope, and I doubt that her doctor does say this, that she'll ever tell us, but I hope just for her sake, if it is that she ate herself to this point, which I have a high feeling that it is that her doctor tells her that her doctor tells her it's because you've eaten yourself to a point where you're sitting at 500 and probably 50 pounds, and you've been that way for your whole life in terms of like proportion wise. It's like, I hope I'm guessing I think she said her doctor's a he. I hope they say that. Because you really need a reality check. The problem is that whenever a doctor does give you a reality check or a nurse gives you a reality check, you move on to the next one because, God forbid, Amberlynn be the cause of her own problems. It's really a sad tale as old as time in the Amberers.
I'm just really happy to hear that. And by the way, this light in here, sometimes it makes me look extremely yellow.
Oh my God, do we have the same light? Awkward. Do we have the same light? It's like my study light. Which one did I have? Oh, I like that one. This one's too white. This one's nice to read. Okay. Hello, please. Okay. This one's a good reading light. This is my desk that I study at. That's my study thing. But I wonder, do we have the same light? Interesting. Weird. Amberlynn's copying me.
Like, it's a light that, like, changes.
It's literally the same remote.
See?
Oh, it's not the same. No, it's not the same remote.
But that one's, like, the most home-feeling one, so that's why I had it on. But
put it on, girl. Who the fuck cares, girl? You look like death anyways. Put on the light that you like. At this point, you probably are going in liver failure, let's be real. Like, you looking a little jaundice is nothing new for this channel.
The way it makes me look. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my makeup.
As opposed to this, you look like a fucking corpse in this one. Girl, what? Just put on the fucking light. It's really crazy that you've allowed, like, social media to dictate the light that you put on in your house. That's so weird.
My hair. I'm thinking about maybe pigtails today. I don't know. People be hating on pigtails. I'm like, you could be like 300 years old and still wear pigtails. Like,
here's the thing, Amberlynn. Theoretically, yes. The problem is that pigtails are... Some of y'all might be thinking I'm so dramatic for this. That's fine. This is how I think. Pigtails on a grown woman is weird. It's infantilizing a woman. It's essentially trying to depict a woman younger than she is as a child. Women are women, okay? We should be able to age and dress our age and look like women and not little girls, but our society is so obsessed with keeping women looking like little girls. It's fucking weird, bro. And things like hairstyles, which don't seem nefarious, have a deeper meaning to them, you know? Like, there is a more nefarious background to these things when you think about it. It's a way of infantilizing women. I'm not saying that they're, like, people can't wear them or that there aren't cute ways to put them, but the majority of ways that grown-ass women are wearing pigtails are not just because it's just cute or whatever. It's to make you try to look younger. It looks weird. On Amber Lynn, as an example, she looks like a 500-pound toddler when she wears pigtails. I mean, a 500-pound toddler that's had a rough ass life in the face, but nonetheless, a 500-pound toddler. Girl, you're 34 years old. It's not old by any means, but it's okay to look 34 years old. It's okay to look your age. There's nothing wrong with it. It's this weird infantilization that I for myself have a problem with the pigtails. Like, that's where it comes from me. And I don't just say this about Amber Lynn. I kind of say it about most people. I think most people, it's weird as hell. Okay? Yeah. Also, Amber, you have a history with PDF behavior. So it's even weirder that you're infantilizing yourself. Also, pigtails are not the only thing that you attempt to infantilize yourself with. You try to dress like a 14-year-old. You try to do your makeup like a 14-year-old. You're all in all the trends of like a 14-year-old. It's weird. It's really weird, Amber, because you are more than double what you're trying to impersonate age. You know what I mean? So it's just about respecting yourself as a woman and allowing yourself to be a woman. You don't need to look like a child. You can look like a woman. It's beautiful. Women are hot as fuck, okay? All women, all ages, hot as fuck. It's okay to be a woman. Be a woman. Stop trying to be a child. It's weird.
It's just a hairstyle. Change of plans.
Right, and that's, Amber, I know that you love to come for your audience for not having critical thinking, which is the funniest fucking thing coming out of Amber Lynn's mouth. But to me, the fact that you continue to support it and your whole thing is, well, it's just a hairstyle, shows to me that you don't have critical thinking, that you're not able to look outside the scope of the fact that it's a hairstyle. Because yes, is it wrong to say it's just a hairstyle? Sure. But there's context to things. There's meaning behind things, you know? Nothing is as it seems in the world that we live in today, and the world that we've lived in for a very long time. Humans, because of our intelligence, we're some weird ass motherfuckers, okay? The human species is some weird ass bitches, okay? And that comes with high intelligence. So nothing is as it seems in a species that has very high intelligence. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm wearing my hair down, straight, in this cute dress. So I had a whole different outfit.
I do think that she looks good in red. Maybe. Or maybe it's the lighting. You know, honestly, it's the fucking pale colors for her. She's a spring. She's a spring. I'm not a Korean color, whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, she's a spring. Because my mom, like I've said before, pale as hell. I don't understand how she's Greek. She's got all the features, but she's pale as hell and cannot tan. Like, there's something going on there. She's also a spring. Beautiful in pastel colors. Amber Lynn, wear pastel colors. She always wears the neon colors. It's not good. And blacks. It doesn't look good.
That's when I was gonna wear the pigtails.
Okay.
But I don't like pigtails goes with this dress.
No.
This dress is so cute, and I love that it has pockets. So there's been a lot of people who think that when I'm standing here, I'm actually sitting. No, if I was sitting, this is how it would look. So y'all would be way down here, and I would be sitting on a chair way down here.
Amber, you do be staying on top of it all. I think Jordy is the one that's been saying that. Pretty sure. Maybe other reaction, that I feel like that's the one I remember. You can tell us all you want that you don't read your Reddits, subreddits, you don't watch reaction channels. Girl, how is it that you know every fucking little thing that's being said in our community? It's weird, Amber. The Amberverse is not for you. It's about you, but it's not for you, okay? So I highly recommend finding a different hobby, like maybe reading research papers on your thyroid, hypothyroidism, hypothyroidism. I don't know.
This is me standing with my tripod, so.
Okay, cool. That was really, thank you.
So that was literally from like a week and a half ago.
Oh my God.
And then that night at bingo, something happened, and this is just like the story time of where I've been. So I'm at bingo with my mom.
Oh, this is the photo that she posted, I think like every Friday or Monday, something like that, Wednesday, I don't know. Every day, every week, this bingo place, if you post a selfie of you playing bingo there, you can like win $200, which like, why is Amber Lynn trying to win $200? The girl is fine. Those other people, I'm guessing, do not have the income that you have, Amber Lynn. Okay, so maybe allow someone else to be getting the $200, because we know you ain't giving it to your mama. We know that you're spending on yourself, so why are you're not that broke, girl, please.
I'm there with my mom's fiance. We're ordering some food to eat. My mom gets the chicken strips, and so do I. So something...
Okay, so... I'm already pausing so much. I'm so sorry. So we just have to preface it by Mama Lynn orders the chicken strips. Oh, and also so do I. Couldn't just be I order the chicken strips. No, it has to be like Mama Lynn orders the chicken strips, so I order the chicken. It's Mama Lynn's fault that I'm ordering the chicken strips. If this fat bitch, that's my mom, didn't order these fucking chicken strips, I wouldn't order the chicken strips, but she orders the chicken strips, so I order the chicken strips. It's, yeah.
That we do when we both get chicken strips is I give her my big, thick pieces because I don't like those. So she'll give me her small...
Because God forbid... Oh. Another screenshot. Oh, no. No. Another screen. Oh, no. Now I have to restart. Okay. Another screenshot. Anyways, God forbid she eats actual chicken. It's all about the breading for her. She just wants the like crispy breaded pieces, which have actual no nutritional value, but okay.
Small crispy pieces, because those are the pieces that I like.
Right.
So we did that. Everything's good. Mm-hmm. I'm just eating. I saved my crispiest piece for last. I'm chewing. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I'm chewing on bone. Like, I have chicken bone in my mouth. Like, ouch.
Okay, first off, I love a good meat bone. That's, like, a lot of flavor. Anyway, so, okay, continue.
I take it out of my mouth, and I'm like, this looks weird. And then I feel my tooth back here with my tongue. And I'm like, wait, that's actually my tooth that just broke. So I have always had really bad...
Oh, I thought she just lost the whole tooth at once. She cracked her tooth. If she had to get it pulled out, it was a gnarly crack.
Teeth issues, all right here. I don't know what it...
I think lower, beneath your buccal fat.
Is, like, I brush my teeth night and day. I'm very good about oral hygiene, but sometimes that doesn't even matter. Like, your mouth genuinely just has a mind of its own sometimes.
Amber, I'm all about giving autonomous things like, or inanimate objects like, you know, personalities, like personifying inanimate objects. I'm a big person of that. I think that's a super autistic thing. I do that. Your body is not sitting here having a mind of its own, okay? It's just not. It's not. Your thyroid didn't one day decide not to work. Your teeth on this side of your mouth just decided it's just going to be wonky and weird and just like not function and be rotted out of your skull, but the rest of them are fine. That's not how it works, Amber. Okay, like I need you to let's be real a little bit. Let's have some honesty with why our health is the way it is, the ways that maybe we contributed to the downfalls of our health, and how we can better improve our health, right? Because if you don't acknowledge the fact that you are the cause of these health problems, you're never going to fix them. Because in your mind, it's just your body being weird and doing things and you have no control, and it's like it's all your body's fault, and it couldn't possibly be the person that operates, that makes the choices. Couldn't be that. It's weird. That being said, I do understand the difficulties of having teeth problem and being orally hygienic. I go to the dentist twice a month. Sorry, twice a year. I go every 6 months. I've gone my whole life every 6 months since I was adopted. I have a lot of cavities like that I had to get filled, especially in my young, like when my adult teeth came in my child teeth too, but in my adult teeth, because I have insanely weak enamel, insanely weak. And that's because I was starved. I was malnourished for the greater part of my early childhood. So the way that you are, treated and the nutrition you get and things, not only, and like everything, not only affects your cognitive development and your, like the way you interact in the world, but it also affects your physical health. And one thing that we see in a lot of kids who are malnourished as children have very weak enamel as adults and children. So I get that. It's frustrating. I literally right now have to go to the dentist probably in like next week, because I have a cavity that I got filled like 10 years ago at this point, and they had to like patch it up because that just happens. You have to patch up cavities sometimes. And that when they patched it up, they nicked my other tooth, and now I'm having problems with my other tooth because it's like essentially like caused a problem in my other tooth where I had food that would constantly get stuck in this other place because they essentially created a divot in my other tooth right next to it. So now I'm having problems with that tooth that I'll probably have to get a filling for, which sucks because the dentist, I'm very fearful of the dentist. As a grown ass adult, I have like also like full panic attacks going to the dentist. So, but it's something that I do. It's something I hate doing, but I fucking do it. So I get it, and I do have sympathy. I know there's a lot of people in this world who we take care of our hygiene. I brush at least twice, sometimes more often, because I really hate the feeling of not clean teeth, of not smooth teeth. I'm also like flossing all the time because I hate the feeling of having food in my teeth. TMI for all of this, but it is what it is. So like I get it. Like there are certain things that like you just can't help. You can be as proactive. And thankfully I haven't gotten a cavity like for over 10 years. But for a very long time I was getting them all the time, even though I was being proactive. I mean, I was a child. My mom was standing there watching me brush my teeth, like it's not like I could jump out and like not have oral hygiene, you know what I mean? So like I get it. But I also am not going to sit here and go, well, my teeth are just weird and I just happen to like get cavities and they just happen to be quirky and weird. No, I know the reasoning behind it. There is a reasoning behind it. And it sucks, but I'm proactive about it. And I make sure to get my oral hygiene taken care of, that I'm going to the dentist regularly, because this shit can fester real fast. It can get out of control real fast. People literally die. You learn this in med school, you learn this in undergrad as a human biology, and in my biomedical laboratory degree. I learned this both times, and I've learned in med school. People literally die of a heart infection that came from having an infected tooth. Goes through the jaw, goes into the bloodstream, gets into the heart, and all of a sudden you're dying of a heart infection. Like this, it's serious. It's not just teeth. It's not just, I'll get to it when I get to it. This shit can get out of control real fast. And Amber Lynn has had partners tell us she is not on top of her oral hygiene, okay? Also, we saw the wisdom tooth and the rottingness of it, okay? Never have I had a tooth that literally had to be pulled out because it was rotted out. right? That's when you start leaving the issues, not getting it taken care of, and just hoping that some magic fairy is going to come and take away the cavity that you have. That's not how it works, Amberlynn. It will not resolve itself for the most part. If maybe the cavity is super, super small, it might resolve itself if you're very diligent. But don't count on it. Like, there's a reason why we have dentists. There's a reason why it's, these doctors are taking care of our oral health. It's a very important part of your overall health. So, yeah, I don't think you have good oral hygiene. I think the fact that this is now your second tooth to essentially be rotting out of your mouth because you didn't crack it from like a popcorn kernel. Like my mom, she cracked her one tooth here from a popcorn kernel. It wasn't rotten or anything. She had like a little part of it, like a rebuild of a new tooth on it. It's whatever. The fact that she's cracking it and it's like, what it sounds like to me is it's splitting in half. That's because your teeth are weak. They're probably rotted. They're probably rotted inside. And I can almost guarantee that this tooth looks like the wisdom tooth that you got out, which is there was a giant ass rotted hole. It was a decayed tooth. I can only imagine, Amber. And again, we've had girlfriends who have exposed you and said, you don't have good oral hygiene. You're not sitting there brushing. You're not going to the dentist, which we know you're not going to the dentist. It's not good for you.
So I've always had
that was very ranty, but important,
a really bad tooth back here that had like a hole in it and it was kind of broken prior to a dentist.
Teeth don't just have holes in it, Amber. That is a cavity that has gone to the point where it's now decayed throughout. What do you mean? That shit has to probably be taken out, dude. That's like, it's like probably past the point of even fixing. That is like you left a cavity for so long, it ate through your tooth. Hello, Amber. It's not really weird. And just like this random tooth that just like, I was born randomly with this tooth that randomly has a hole in it. No, it's literally the product of poor oral health. Getting cavities is one thing. Allowing them to fester to the point where you have actual holes in your tooth, like full-ass holes, where you can feel the hole, is a whole different ballgame, Amber.
Appointment that I had years ago, and it always randomly would cause me issues. I'm talking like so much pain. I'm like rocking back and forth. I feel like I'm going insane. I feel like I want to punch my mouth.
Yeah, Amber, probably because the root of the tooth is exposed. The nerve is exposed. The nerve is super sensitive. If you have water brushing on any nerve, if you have food brushing on it, your saliva brushing on it, your tongue accidentally hits that shit is going to radiate into your whole face. Our maxillary nerves literally go like this. Okay? So that's just gonna, your whole face is gonna feel like it's getting punched. You need to get that shit taken out. Oh my God, Amber, what the fuck?
And genuinely just take out the tooth myself. Like the pain would radiate all up here, all down here, in my ear, in my eye. Like,
right.
It was the worst pain I've ever felt. So when I broke the tooth at bingo from the chicken strip, like I genuinely didn't feel any pain. I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, this tooth already.
Wait, okay. I'm so sorry for pausing so much. She has a tooth that already has a giant ass hole in it. Has known about it for years. It has a giant ass hole in it. Okay, so she has a giant ass cavity in her tooth. She gets bursts of intense pain that radiate through her whole face. So it's a nerve issue. She's hitting a nerve, okay? She then eats a chicken nugget, which I get the hard pieces can be hard, but your tooth's got to be real fucking weak, okay? Because I've bitten through bone with my teeth, okay? So your teeth have got to be real fucking weak, or you hit it at just an exact point to be chipping it. For Amberlynn, it's because her teeth, which already, again, has a massive hole into it, in the tooth, is weak as hell. There's no integrity to that tooth at this point. She bit into a chicken nugget. This is only in Amberlynn's world, okay? Cracks the tooth and thinks, oh, well, it's okay because it's already been causing me problems. Let me continue to play bingo. I'd get my ass straight to a dentist. Are you fucking dumb? Maybe even the ER. I don't know. I don't know if is that an ER thing? I have no idea. But I'd be definitely seeing if there's an emergency dentist office. I know those exist. And seeing, hey, this just happened. I'm going to need you to take this shit out because it's so decayed at this point. And again, clearly the nerve is exposed. If you're having radiating pain in your face, the nerve is exposed. It's not rocket science. Amber, you are the most neglectful individual on this platform. Actually, I don't know, but that I've watched on this platform. It's actually so crazy. And she will continue to blame it on her body being weird and not the fact that we just went down through her years of neglect of her teeth and this tooth in particular. Oh my God.
Causes me problems randomly, like every other month. I'll just be in so much pain. It's something that I just like deal with. And
why?
Listen, I've gone to the dentist. They've told me we probably cannot save this tooth.
Right.
So like getting a root canal is just not even going to be an option. And I've just kept it and kept it and kept it because...
Why are you keeping it? It's a dead tooth, Amber. It's not going to get better. You're just sitting there with a rotten out tooth. Get that shit pulled. What are you trying to preserve right now? It's in the back of your face. No one's going to fucking see it. I mean, look, she should end up getting like a tooth put in because like your jaw moves around when your teeth are not there. Your teeth kind of create the face shape that you have, right? That's why you can, when people don't have teeth and they have like dentures, their face shape changes. But it like aesthetically, at least in the beginning, like no one's gonna tell that you got the tooth taken out. This is just insanely neglectful. And I honestly doubt that a dentist allowed her to just walk out and not get that tooth taken out, because that's a medical hazard at that point. Like allowing a tooth to fester like that, rotten out like that, it's not going to lead to a high probability of getting infected. Now the root is exposed, like the nerve is exposed, so this could cause serious nerve issues. She can get an infection in that. I mean, like, this could go south really fast. I highly doubt that they just said, just go ahead. No, I would imagine they'd be like, you need to get this shit taken out. And maybe she just didn't show up for the next appointment. I don't know. But it's not adding up for me.
Getting a tooth removed is honestly, like, mentally really, really hard. Like, genuinely. If you've ever had to have a tooth removed, then you know that. So it was that night when I came home from bingo. I'm like, oh great, I'm getting a toothache. And then it just kept getting worse.
Because you literally broke off your already fucking rotted tooth. Am I missing something? I'm just generally so shocked by this. I'm so shocked by the full ass neglect. And like, does she think that we're going to feel sympathy for this? I feel enraged that you continue to neglect yourself this way. And then expect healthcare professionals to come in and fix your neglect. And then sit there and speak like healthcare professionals are some fucking idiots after they have to sit there and fix your years and years of neglect. It's infuriating to watch.
And worse and worse. I'm telling you, like, I couldn't even talk. I was in so much pain, walking back and forth, my whole body's shaking. I'm like crying uncontrollably. It was miserable.
Go to the doctor.
So I'm not a medicine girly.
Go to the dentist. I mean, the doctors visit it, but specifically, go to the dentist. Oh my God, this is not rocket science, Amber. You go for a fucking I don't even know, some dumbass shit to the ER, but you have a whole ass rotten tooth that you just chipped and you're in severe amount of pain and you don't think to go to the fucking dentist that night or the next morning? Are you fucking stupid? That's a walk-in. You can go in and be like, here's the part of my tooth. I have a rotten ass tooth. I can't move right now. I am in a severe... They will get you in and they will take that shit out.
I take medicine when I actually truly
Amber, shut the fuck up with that shit.
It's like there is no
Amber,
other
no,
option.
No.
So I pop some Tylenol.
You literally buy gas station weed, bro. I don't want to fucking hear about the medicine. You buy government ass synthetic weed. You're dumb as shit, bro.
An hour later, the pain is easing. 4 hours later, hurts again. Pop some Tylenol. 4 hours later, hurts again. Pop some Tylenol.
What did she think the Tylenol was going to do? Was it going to just take away the rottenness of it? I don't, this is the way Amber Lynn's brain works. She doesn't think long term. She has literally no understanding of how anything works or any critical thinking. What the fuck is Tylenol going to do to a now broken, rotted tooth that you've already had issues with for years? What did you think the solution was going to be? I'm so fucking confused right now.
This was a cycle I was repeating for like 3 days straight. And I mentally and physically was like, I'm going to just stop this vlog and I'm going to take a few days break from YouTube. And that's why I posted on my members only community tab saying like, I don't think I can go live because I'm telling you, like, talking repeatedly, like moving my jaw, like I did not want to do those things because it genuinely hurt. So it was the day 4 where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get my tooth removed. Like I genuinely have to do it. I cannot continuously be dealing with this because the pain was so bad. Like, you know how like when you go to a hospital, they ask you like 0 through 10, what's your pain? Like I wouldn't even be able.
Amber, I have no doubt that you are in excruciating pain because you literally have a tooth that has been rotting in your mouth for years that you've already been told there's no salvation for it. You need to salvation. Okay. You need to get it taken out. There's just nothing else that can be done at this point where you have a full root exposed. Of course you're in excruciating amount of pain. My confusion is why the hell you neglected it so long. And then you're going to act like it's just your tooth is weird. It just, my mouth rejected. That's what she said about her wisdom tooth. My mouth rejected this tooth. There was literally, the entire tooth was a hole. The entire tooth was a hole. But it was just her mouth neglected it. Not that she neglected her health. She neglected a cavity that could have had an easy fill, would have been uncomfortable for an hour, and then she would have been chill and had her teeth in her mouth. No. She neglected it to the point that they had to pull it out, and now they're going to have to do the same thing. They're probably going to have to pull this tooth out in an emergency case because both times now are going to be emergency cases because she does not see a dentist regularly. It's fine.
Like,
it's fine.
It's fine. I would have been like, oh.
I'm sorry to any dentist watching this or any dental assistant, hygienist. I don't know if that's different. Anyone that works in the dental sphere, I can only imagine how infuriating this is to watch right now.
100. Like, it hurt so bad. Like, there's just no words for it. So, long story short, went to the dentist, got my tooth removed. I forgot to mention that it was removed because half of it was gone. I do have it if you guys want to see it. I'm not going to show it in this video, though. I ain't scared. I ain't shy.
She probably will show it in the live. If she does that, I don't know. But if she does do the live, she'll probably share it. But the thing is, Amber Lynn is just going to once again expose the fact that you do not take care of your oral health. You don't have good hygiene. This is, again, this isn't getting a cavity. This is getting a cavity and allowing it to fully rot a tooth. This is twice now, Amber Lynn. That's not a coincidence.
But half of it was gone. There was an infection and a nerve
a storm
was
is a
being
brewing.
exposed.
Obviously, Amber. Oh my God, this bitch is so dumb. You have radiating face pain. Why the fuck do you think that would happen? Obviously, it was a nerve exposed.
So it was a lot of different things causing such horrific pain.
No, the pain was coming from the fact that you were constantly bumping into that nerve. That's where the pain was coming from, Amber. It's not a bunch of different things. It's the fact that your tooth got so rotted out that now your nerve is exposed, and then you're sitting there, every fucking diet soda you're throwing back, every chicken nugget you're putting into your mouth, it's hitting that nerve. That's why she eats like this, like a rabbit. That's why she eats with the front of her teeth, because her back teeth are rotting out, dude.
And it was one of my really large molars from up here. So it was a massive tooth. It was very scary. Like, I had a lot of anxiety there. My mom was holding my hand all the time, which was...
I mean, and also the reason why this is happening to her molar teeth, again, is because she's not brushing, right? Because these teeth, you'll get like cavities more often in the sides because food will get stuck. But in the molars, you just have food sitting there. So clearly Amberlynn is not brushing regularly. She is not rinsing her mouth out regularly. Honestly, just drinking water would help, because drinking water all day, you're kind of already washing out your mouth all day long, right? So food's not sitting there. But she's not doing that. Instead, she's eating. She's not taking care of her teeth. She's not taking care of her mouth. After I eat, I make sure things are, moved out, because I hate the feeling again. It's a very big sensory issue for me. But instead of washing it down with water, so you're kind of cleansing your teeth already, she's cleansing her teeth in diet soda, if we're lucky. If it's not full sugar soda. Okay.
So sweet of her. My dentist is literally the best dentist ever. Like, I think everyone should go see him, but I don't want anyone to know who a dentist is. But, like, genuinely.
But you don't go see a dentist regularly, okay? You don't. You go when it's needed. You're not sitting there going every 6 months. That's not happening. Or else they wouldn't let you fucking leave that office with a fucking hole in your tooth, okay? Because then that shit can come back on them.
Such an amazing man. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like,
okay, Amber.
Such amazing bedside manner. So the night that I got my tooth out, I was in a lot of pain. Obviously, I mean, it was a massive tooth that came out.
You're gonna be in pain either way. It's not about it being a massive. You're gonna be in pain. It's taking a tooth out. It's not a fun procedure.
I woke up the next day, which just was a few days ago, by the way. I think I'm on like day 4 of healing. I woke up the next day and I felt so much relief. And now that it's been more days, you guys, I'm healing beautifully. I feel so much relief. You have no idea. I think I just, for the longest, had a baseline of pain that, like, I was so used to it that now that I don't have it, I feel this, like, relief that I didn't even know that I was gonna feel.
This is what I was saying, and what a lot of people in this community were saying, when she got a question about, do you have pain existing at 500 pounds? And she says, no, not really. I don't really have pain. No, you don't understand that you're in pain. Because your base level of norm is pain. You're at 500 pounds, my girl. You cannot not be in pain. This is what she would realize. It's the same thing if she were to lose 400 pounds tomorrow and have to exist in a 150-pound body. She would realize how much pain she was living in before. She like tells on herself, dude. And it shows that she has an ability to somewhat understand these things.
Because it's like when I finally did feel it, and it was like just so much agony. Like it was torture, absolute torture. That's when I thought like, oh, like it's just having a moment. But I think it was just like always hurrying and like
it's having a moment. I can't get over. Your tooth was rotten out. What do you mean it's having a moment? It's not a toddler having a temper tantrum. You have a rotten out tooth that should have been removed and wasn't.
Once it was baseline, your body gets used to shit. Like,
yes, Amber, it's not
without that
rocket
baseline
science.
pain now, like, I just feel So much better. Like, the day after I got it removed, like, I was super swollen. I still kind of am, just a little
Not
bit
really.
swollen. But I'm improving every single day, and it just is such a big...
My question is, for those 4 days or 3 days that she was doing the Tylenol bullshit and not going to the dentist, was she still eating? Was she still doing all of that in that amount of pain? I don't know. That's morbid curiosity.
Relief. Like, yeah, it is very sad to lose another tooth because, like, all these teeth right here, I don't know why they hate me so much, but they do. My dentist said I have really good teeth.
No.
But, like,
no.
I have a tooth. I've shared this before. Like, even
No, Amber, no. No. They're not weird. They don't hate you. It's because you're neglecting your oral health. I don't think your dentist is sitting there and going, wow, you just have the best teeth ever. It's just those 2 random teeth that they just hate you. Yeah, we learn in dental school. Like, I'm a doctorate of dentistry, and we learn in dental school that sometimes teeth just hate you. That's not how it works, Amber. That is years and years and years of oral hygiene neglect. That is what got you to the point where you had holes in your teeth. Full ass holes into your teeth. That's not normal, Amber. And it's infuriating because there are people who can't afford to go to the dentist every 6 months. They don't have that luxury, Amber. They don't have that income. They don't have that time. They don't have that ability. They're lucky if they get in once a year. You, with no fucking time constraint, with no real money constraint, can afford to keep yourself healthy in these areas, and you choose not to because you need to order your Amazon and your DoorDash and do your fucking gambling bullshit instead of doing basic shit that would give you a better quality of life. Crazy, Amber. It's not your teeth hating you. It is because you let food sit in your teeth and rot it out. That is why, Amber. Let's be real.
I saw it in my x-rays, and he was just like, oh my god, did you know that you have a tooth?
There's nothing to do with this.
And, like, I knew that already, but my mom didn't. So my mom was, like, shocked, but I have a tooth way up here. Like, you can't see it, can't feel it, nothing. It just never came down. So a lot of people are like, Amberlyn, you have a unitooth. Yeah, because I have a missing tooth that should be right here. So you guys know how you have, like...
Yeah, her mouth is just shifted. Do they call it a unitooth? And how is that a unitooth? She has 2 teeth.
Big teeth. And then you have, like, 2 small teeth right here. And then you finally get to your double tooth. Well, for me...
What does she mean, your double tooth? You mean your molars? What do you mean your double tooth? I'm confused.
I have my 2 small teeth.
What are we talking about, Amber?
But right here I only have the 1.
This doesn't explain the fact that you had 2 teeth rot out of your head. Really doesn't explain it, Amberlyn. You're just, at this point, trying to put so much information that people forget the fact that you've now allowed yourself to have 2 teeth rot out of your skull to the point where you have to have emergency extraction of your teeth. You can try to throw all this funny shit about how your teeth are shifted, how you have a tooth up here. Fun fact about this, it's not going to make us forget the fact that this is your 2nd tooth, and I'm sure not your last, that you have allowed to rot out of your head.
Tooth, then my double tooth. So my teeth, like, shifted. And, like, you guys, as a kid, I had the biggest gap of the world in between these 2 teeth. But in high school, it just, like, slowly fixed itself. So it created, like, a little unitooth moment, but that's just all because I chose not to get the braces.
Amber, you weren't choosing not to get braces. Braces cost a lot of fucking money in that time, okay? She was saying no, I think she's a year older than my sister. When my sister got braces, she had braces for a very long time. She had some janky ass teeth. She had braces from, like, I think the age of 7, and, like, all through her childhood. So that shit was expensive. That was thousands of dollars, okay? I had to get braces for 2 years. I didn't really have crooked teeth per se, like a little bit normal, like it wasn't that big of a deal, but I had jaw issues. So it was really to fix my jaw. I had it for like 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. Still thousands of dollars. That was in the mid 2000s I had them. And braces were getting cheaper by then. And it was insanely expensive still. Now it's pretty affordable. You didn't choose. According to you, you didn't live in an environment where they're getting braces for you. I don't know of many foster children that are out here getting braces. So for her to act like she just chose that she didn't to not get braces, I don't think that's a reality, Amber. I don't think you even know what you're saying right now. But it doesn't make all the rest of your storyline add up for me. That might be nitpicky, but
to pull down the tooth that was up here because it's not going to bother me. It never has bothered me. I don't care really. Besides like my problem area right here, like I do have good teeth.
No, Amber. You don't though. You really don't. We see up close your teeth. They're janky. They don't look healthy, Amber. They really, really don't. And also the way that you eat food is an indicator that there's more going on in the back. So there's probably more issues that you're going to continue to neglect until you're forced to go to the dentist and get another extraction. It's not good, Amber. You're not doing good. Also, isn't she missing another tooth here? I think she's had more than like 3 teeth taken out of her head, which is crazy. Because she had a wisdom tooth, this tooth now. She also has a missing tooth here. Like, I remember in the Beck era, they were like eating or whatever, and she literally like was like, "Oh, my tooth came out." Like it was like nothing. I literally remember, I don't know when it was. I remember this. Like just so nonchalantly, "Oh, my tooth came out." Like it was no big deal that her literal tooth just came out of her mouth from eating.
Dentist appointment scheduled because I do need 1 filling, which is totally fine. Like
good, get the filling, bro.
Gonna happen. But yeah, just with this whole like tooth pain and then the healing, like I just needed time away from YouTube.
That's
and
fine,
I'm telling
Amber.
you, my removal of myself from social media, it's actually been all social media, has been absolutely splendid.
Do you think that also a girl was there? Like, I do believe the tooth thing happened. I 100% the tooth thing happened. It's not surprising to me. We've heard her talk about this tooth pain. We've heard her talk about tooth pain literally since the crystal era. But do you think on top of it, a girl was there? I wouldn't be surprised.
And an update on my mental health. Like, I'm doing so good. I'm still taking my Zoloft. Okay. I'm still taking all my other medicines. I'm currently on an antibiotic just because of the infection.
I mean, okay. Okay, Amber.
And just like, I don't know. I just feel really good.
She's lucky that infection didn't spread. That's all I can say. She's lucky. Because if that infection traveled to her heart, we wouldn't be seeing an Amber Lynn Reid video right now. It's hard to survive that kind of thing at a healthy, otherwise body. Amber Lynn, she ain't gonna come out of that.
And I just am in a really good spot, and I like literally want to stay there. And I'm so sorry if I worried anybody. Like, I genuinely have kept saying like I want to take a break, and then I would never take that break. And I was like, is this the universe telling me, like, girl, like, just take a break from YouTube now?
First off, it's okay to take breaks. You're a human being, you're allowed to take breaks, but you can communicate with your audience. I have a very small channel, and I still make sure to communicate with my audience if I'm just not going to post for a while. It takes 5 seconds out of my day. You could have posted, "Hey, I'm having dental issues right now. I'm going to be out for a little bit. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Have a good day." It's literally that simple. But you do not respect your audience enough to have any form of communication with them. That's where people get annoyed.
So I did, but I'm good. I'm healing well.
Amber.
And I'm back. There's not going to be like a YouTube schedule or anything like that. I'm just going to film what feels comfortable to me and then upload it. But this is current day Amber Lynn. Hello, hello. I hope that you guys have been doing good.
This Bessie Johnson dress don't even fit her, bro. Like, this is her bra strap. It don't even fit her.
I will definitely be doing my live stream Tuesday, which is tomorrow.
Oh.
Because when you guys see this, it is Monday. So
Good job.
I will still be doing my live stream, and if you guys want to be a part of that, definitely join and be a stream.
I'll wait for Salty Crab to come out with her synopsis. She's far more entertaining than you could be, Amber.
I'm a queen, because we all love being a stream queen, don't we?
No.
And I'm so sorry to my
not with some rotted tooth ass bitch. No. And more importantly, not with a abuser bitch. I'm better off.
For not being able to do it last week. I just, like, physically couldn't. But anyways,
Well, I hope that you would pay them. I hope that you sit on there for 4 fucking hours and you provide the service that you have made these people pay for. I hope you do that. Or you give everyone a refund for $10. I hope that happens, Amber.
I'm done with this video, and I'm done with this update. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye, Amber. You nasty bitch. Look, when I talk about her being a nasty rotted tooth bitch, I say this only to Amberlyn. I know that there are circumstances where people do not have access. They do not have... There's a bunch of variables. Amberlyn does not fall into that. Amberlyn has really nothing holding her back other than her own laziness. That's my issue with it. Honestly, that video is just crazy to me. I'm sorry it's so long. Because it's only 12 minutes, but I really made this to an hour. Because honestly, that shit was really crazy to me. The full neglect of her health in literally every facet is... It never ceases to amaze me. That's all I have for you guys. I'm going to get back into studying for my neuroanatomy exam, because that's the most dense, and also my histo and physio. But I will see you guys shortly. Hopefully she uploads pretty regularly so we can start getting back on track with this. But I probably won't post until after Friday, because that's the exam, obviously, again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for being so supportive. I love seeing all your comments and your encouragements about my studying. Keeps me going. And I hope you all are having a good beginning of your week. You guys have been doing well. I think that's all I have. All right. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.